Well guys, it sure is a beautiful day to be outside in the bush. Despite the black flies and the mosquitoes kicking in, I probably wouldn't want to be too many other places. So as you guys can see here, I got my coyote out and I got a IBC cage with it. And what I'm going to do today is do something that I've been telling you I should be doing for quite some time. And what that is, taking care of the offcuts from my sawmill. Now, these things have actually been piled up for probably the better part of better part of 6 months. So it is definitely time to take care of them. I originally was chipping them, and as you can tell, this is my chipping pile, and this is stuff I haven't found a use for yet. So that is the chipping of my offcuts from last year. This is just sawdust. So I have a whole bunch of both, and I don't really need to make any more. And so I was trying to figure out a way to make use of this offcuts here, because I don't like to waste anything around here. And so what I decided to do is, you guys, I don't know, maybe you haven't seen, but in the spring I like to make maple syrup. That uses a lot of wood for heating the evaporator. This is a perfect source for that wood. So I'm going to fire up the chainsaw, my Husky 555, and we're going to make some quick work, hopefully, of this stuff. We'll throw it once it's cut into the IBC cage I'm leaning on. And I don't know how far this will take me, this pile, to fill this, but once it is full, we'll take it on back up to the house. And then next spring, when I'm looking for wood to do my spring maple syrup, I'll have tons of it. So that's what we're up against. Beautiful day. Glad you guys are along. That happens from time to time, and one of the reasons you wear personal protective equipment is because of that. Now, one thing you'll notice, I don't have a hard hat on, and I don't have eyeglasses or face shield or gloves, but I can't really talk in that case. But I do have leg protection on, and from time to time the chain pops off, and it probably got pinched because this load shifted here, and as a result, that's what happens. So my 2 cents: wear your personal protective equipment, and at the very least just understand that that can happen. Your chain can pop off. Definitely doesn't happen often, but when it does, it gets your heart going a little bit. So anyways, I'm gonna put it back on. Hopefully it didn't dull it up too much, and we'll keep going. This is harder than it looks. The wood constantly moving. Well guys, I'm learning something here. This isn't an ideal setup, and I don't really think I would encourage anyone to do sort of this setup and expect to cut it easily. What's going on here is the wood that I'm trying to cut up, as long as it is underneath other pieces of wood so it has something to hold it, it cuts fine, cuts just like a piece of firewood. However, the wood along the top, you know, it's only this thick, right? Very, very light. My saw catches it and it flings it. So it doesn't really make it all that safe of a situation, and so what I'm having to do is sort of start at one end and just incrementally work my way down. I don't think I'm going to do this again, and to be honest with you, I think I'm pretty much going to just wrap up what I've cut already and load up the IBC cage. There's a lot of wood that's flinging back at me, and I don't really like that, as you can imagine. So what I'm going to do is think about setting up some sort of sawhorses, and maybe like a Y or an X shape. And what I can do while I'm milling, maybe I can throw the offcuts directly onto that, and then I can come along and just cut right on that X pattern sawhorse when it's time to fill up the IBC cages, when I've got too many boards lying around. So whew, I'm out of breath, but yeah, this isn't really an ideal situation. So if you guys have some, you know, suggestions for me, I'd love to hear it. One of the dangers of cutting like this, you really have to pay attention to where the tip of your blade is, tip of your saw rather, because you don't want to have a situation where the top tip of it is basically hitting other boards, because then, as you can imagine, that can kick back. So I'm very cautious of that, but with that in mind, this isn't an ideal situation at all. So probably going to throw in the towel, wave the white flag on this one, pick up what I've done, and go back to the drawing board. Anyways, I'm out of breath. It's been a long winter. Bugs are out, but to be honest, it's even too hot for them. So I'm going to take it easy here in a bit. Going to load up the IBC cage, and that's it. So let's finish her off. Okay, well, that's going to do it for the first go around. I want to leave a bit of space up here because I'll probably stack these too high. As you guys can tell over my shoulder, I barely dented it, so I'm going to be out here for a while longer. Probably head on back to the house, grab another IBC cage. Then I got to figure out some sort of configuration for this so it's a little bit safer. Anyways, guys, appreciate you all being here. Make sure you all come back next time, and I hope to see you then. Alright guys, didn't want you to think I'm getting soft or anything, so I put the hammer down a little bit longer after the camera shut off. As you can see, I took a good dent in this dent out of this pile, but there's still lots here. I filled up 3 of these IBC cages, and on a hot day like today, for a guy like me, that is a pretty good workout. So filled up 3 of those, and I probably have another 3 behind me, but not too bad for an afternoon exercise routine, even if the bugs are kind of bugging me. Could be worse, right? Thanks for watching, guys. See you then.